Are you getting what Jesus is giving us here? Because this is really brilliant, what he's telling us. I mean, this is brilliant metaphor and brilliant teaching. To get more fruit from a grapevine, you have to go against the grapevine's natural tendencies. See, the grapevine, left to itself, always favors more growth of leaves. I don't know why. That's just what it does. Maybe it's easier to grow leaves than grapes, but the grapevine will always favor more leaves. And so a farmer who knows about grapes understands that the purpose of a grapevine isn't leaves, but it's grapes. And so the farmer will cut away, the gardener will cut away life that will siphon power or juice or whatever away from the production of grapes. So everything that is cut away that competes with the production of the fruit. And just as the grapevine will produce more life than it can handle to be fruitful, so your life will produce more opportunities and more activities than you can fruitfully handle. I hope you've come to terms with this already, but you have limits. Now, for some of us, that's liberating, but for some of us, that's a real downer. We don't like to hear the fact that we have limits. You have limits in your time. Obviously, you have a limited amount of hours every day. You have only so much money to spend. You have relational and emotional limits. You can only connect with, on a deep level, so many people, and that number's probably different for all of us, but we all have limits in our relational and our emotional capacity. No matter how talented you are, you have a limited amount of talent. No matter how energetic you are, you have a limited amount of energy. You can only do so much. You and I, we're limited. And so just as a grapevine needs to be pruned of overgrowth in order to be fruitful, if we're going to be pruned and if we're going to bear fruit, then we need to come to terms with a few things. First of all is that we have limits. But second of all, we need to come to terms with the idea that life is going to throw more opportunity my way than I can fruitfully handle. Have you thought about that before? That life is going to present you with more relational opportunity than you could really nurture well. I mean, you're going to meet more people than you could really go deep with everybody that you're ever going to meet. You're going to have to make some choices. Life presents more activities than you can really keep up with. You can't say yes to everything. Life presents more spending opportunities than you can afford. Life presents more travel opportunities than you could fit into your schedule. Life presents more social media venues and applications and posts and pictures for you to really keep up with all of them. And because life is going to present more good opportunities than I can handle with my limited resources, here's the truth. Less is more. And what that means is, if I really want to get more out of life, more fruit out of life, it doesn't mean I am less active or I'm less energetic or I'm less engaged. It means I'm just focused on doing less things, but doing more of those things so that I can get more out of life.